up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, closet swing traders? Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning so far. Let's get a quick screen share going. There we go. Guys should see the charts. We got Tony. Good morning, Alan. Doug KK. This might be the earliest I've ever seen Doug KK. I don't know. Is that just me? Has he been here every morning this early? I feel like he usually starts about an hour later. I don't know. We got Alan in the house. Andrew, good morning. Andrew, good morning. Bill, Brian, Cedric. We got Chris, D. We got just one letter D. And then we got DI. What is happening? Good morning. Foz is in the house. Greg Gilbert, my boy, in the house. GW, Jake Phelps, JT, what is going on? Juan. Marcus, we got Matt R in the house. Ooh, guys are piling on in. All right. BEA, beautiful. Rock Fullwood. Man, he's the most de-stressed guy I know right now. He's just de-stressed. I think he got one of those little foot massager things for his retirement present. He's just, What's good? We got, Faithful Bull in the house on YouTube. We got Paul Osborne. Faithful Bull says, rest in peace, everyone affected. Yep. Hearts go out, obviously, to the Texas shooting. I mean, can this stuff stop already? I mean, it's crazy. But, yeah, we'll see. The markets themselves, we're kind of looking a little bullish. Me and Matt were in a mentor group last night. We were looking at the markets, and we had a decent rally. Let me just pull up here's our 5-minute chart. So here's our after hour picture. We were looking pretty decent. We started to sell off prior. We did have durable goods numbers come out. But that was about 8:30 a.m. So we already started selling prior to durable goods. Just some kind of pullback. Interesting enough, it is at some kind of a retest. And we'll see what happens if we can break out. But durable goods numbers came in. They weren't great. They're a little bit more like delicate goods. And we'll see what happens from here. But relatively speaking, let me see if I can just do a quick fib just to see where we are from this overall move that we had. And then I do want to pull up the trading view screen as well, just because the hourly is a little bit interesting, which I guess I could just flip. So after this move from the low of yesterday to the high of pre-market, we're still sitting at that 50% retrace. So we are still at a good spot where we could kind of rally and possibly go bullish. This is not really the market that you want to be in things bullish for too long. If we do come down a little bit lower, we're really looking for that 390.64. Somewhere in that zone is some type of support. Something. Tony says they weren't very durable. Nope. Yep. Yeah. They ended up with negative numbers. I don't understand how that even happened. More people, I guess, return their durable goods than we're using them. I don't know. What is this bullish word? Yeah. So we got to get a trading dictionary going at some point, just because if we ever go bullish, I mean, we're just not even going to know how to communicate with each other. It's going to get a little crazy. Let me get trading view up here just to show you the hourly. So again, we have the ability to go bullish. The B word that doesn't end in error. The other animal. We could see a little bit of potential inverse head and shoulders on the SPY. Here's our neckline. So if we do bounce off that 50% retrace, and we could break this little downtrend, this would be the neckline that we'd want to break. And then we could see a little bit of a positive day. It's possible. I mean, we've sold a lot already. Somebody's got to buy something eventually. But we could see a potential little start, pull back, do something like this, get up to here, do something like this, and then come down. Potentially. Obviously, step one is we have to break that neckline, but just where we're pulling back on that yesterday's move, we are sitting roughly at that 50%. We do have some hurdles in front of us as far as getting into the break of that neckline, and then look to maybe break on out. We have the Fed today too, so I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, I don't even want to render a guess as to what that does. Bulls equal now you just somebody that I used to know. Nah, bulls are more like if you meet a bull now in the markets, it's like a rare occurrence. People are like I knew somebody one time, his friend's mom's sister, she was a bull. Man, we told stories about that one. But yeah, no, I don't know. If you can find a bull, you guys let me know. But we've been pretty bearish. We'll see though if we break out of that little point in the SPY. Just on the hourly, at least it looks a little bit interesting. At least where we're pulling back, we're still kind of holding, even though we did dip from the delicate goods report. Seems like DJ get these references. Oh no, I got it. I got you. Somebody that you used to know. Yeah, platinum right there. Platinum. The other thing that I do want to look at, so I do look at the VPOCs every day. And again, Qs in general. So I was going down the list earlier before I hopped on. We're actually in some spots looking worse than others as far as where the gap is, where we could actually trap some bulls. So I'm kind of like indecision at this point as far as what I think we do. And that's definitely going to keep me probably on the sidelines for probably the first couple of minutes, at least of the market. See how things pan out. See if we reject that on the SPY, at least at that 618, if we do dip down. But we had a decent bull run yesterday. We had a decent close yesterday on this is the hourly chart. We closed above the 10 EMA on the Qs yesterday. And all of a sudden we're dipping below that candle, also below the VPOC. And a little bit below another little bit of just kind of support in the market. So I think we're trapping some bulls. Some of those bulls might be getting trapped. Not obviously everybody. This is still just a pullback. We're just hanging out, but we have to get back above at least this. We got to get back above this 286.25 zone. If we could get above there, start holding, and then we almost have to retrace that 10, but we did trap some bulls at the very end of the day yesterday on the Qs. And as we go through the list, you'll see a lot of the tech companies do look similar. So here's another one. This one, we actually rejected the 10 EMA on an hourly chart. We have VPOC right here. We have, so we're below that again. We did have some bulls going into it. So trapping some of the end of day bulls yesterday. Next VPOC on AMD comes down into this 89.77 zone. So could we get a bounce there, create maybe a double bottom? If that breaks, the next spot we'd be looking for is about $85.99, $86. So that's going to be a key spot. We could get in bearish. It does look a little bit more bearish. All things considered, we had one big high wave the first hour of the day. All of this has just been really some type of consolidation on AMD inside this little bit of a range from that initial high wave. So not a lot of volume that happened yesterday. Well, not volume, but just really range. Like we just stayed very tight, and I think we're going to break one way or the other. Question is, which way do we break? So far, to me, it does look like we're trapping a few other people. At least pre-market, we're not at the lows of the day for the 10 EMA strategy. I know there's that one other rule in there which I don't typically play. So if you guys tell me it's qualified, it's qualified. But we are gapping down from the open of yesterday. We were gapping down from the close of yesterday, and we are gapping into under a lot of support. Also breaking out of this. I'd have to wait, but I'm kind of leaning in the. It's weird because I'm leaning a little bit more bearish still. SPY, I'm still on a little bit more bearish side till we break the trend lines, and if we see a break in the trend line, then I'll switch over. Otherwise, I gotta kind of remain actually a little bit more bearish. But we're at a little consolidation spot on a lot of things. So here's NVIDIA. They do have earnings coming out. Is that tonight? What's today? Tomorrow. So they have earnings tomorrow. Just note that anytime if you're taking swings, earnings are coming literally around the door. That means all option premium is probably going to be a little inflated as well. They got the Putin inflation on these earnings puts. But we do have a little bit of support. We got a VPOC from here, 159.96. We're sitting right at that. We have one right below it, 159.46. So we are at a bounce spot on some of these things, but we are trapping. And I think we could head a little bit more. I still have a little bit more bearish, but I have to see kind of what happens at those levels. The Putin put hikes. I guess that's what it's called. Faithful Bull says, "Call me rare." No, everybody gets an exception. You're an exceptional bull. Just don't go full on bull on bearish days and trends. That's all. But if you're a long term bull, you should actually be getting a little excited. There's some good quality stuff that is coming up. Here's Tesla. This looks all sorts of weak. We probably will get the opportunity to trade this pretty much at open. There's only one way I could trade this one, and if I'm wrong, I gave it my good old college try. But I gotta play this one bearish. I mean, we're gapping. Where's this opening candle? What's the low of this opening candle? Yeah, opening candle is up here, pretty much sitting at the lows of the day, if not breaking lows of the day. We're very close to it either way. We have VPOC up here at 630, 678. We got the 10 EMA coming down on us. We had this little bit of an uptrend. We're still hanging out in there. We actually closed yesterday below that previous pivot. This was actually a rejection and retest into that previous pivot. We did trap some bulls at the end of the day. I cannot go bullish on Tesla. Not immediately anyway. Roku, I know it's on the list, but I already clicked it, so now we're kind of committed. Nothing too special with Roku. This could be some kind of retest. Looks like it brought its own flames for the dumpster party. It looks like a big bag of hot garbage. Again, you do have a little bit of a saving grace potentially. You have some kind of, but this green candle could actually just be a retest into that VPOC and we fade lower. Safer bet is just go bearish on Roku. DKS. Oh, I was waiting all day. Hold on a second. I was waiting all day. I was like, which company? There's always a company that takes a 20% hit. That's the newest, latest, hottest trend. DKS. They made me wait all day. I almost got a good night's sleep. I almost did. And I was like, I guess I could sleep easy tonight. There's no company's going to get 20% drawdowns. And then they wait till the morning. Yep, this one looks like is it related to Roku? It looks a lot like Roku. Just death. Wow. We are man, that didn't load quick enough. I thought we were at all-time lows on this thing. But okay, it came in. Yep, this one, just every pivot is broken. If you are faithful bull on this one, I would maybe consider joining a different cult. Maybe, for sure. Yeah, maybe. Faithful Bull says the saving grace of Roku will only be Kathy. Said nobody ever. Nobody has ever said Kathy will bail them out. I don't think. I have to look at that stock trading dictionary. I don't think Kathy Woods, the savior, is listed in there. Again, here's a SPY. So just on the VPOC, point of view, we're holding it right now. Again, we are at that retest zone. We know that's about a 50% retrace from the pre-market from here to the after hours yesterday, realistically. And we'll see if that holds or not. I do want that trend line to break. I'm going to leave that personally on my screen all day. If that breaks, we have a shot of maybe holding that inverse head and shoulders. Otherwise, the SPY is the only thing that really has any hope. That's it. Definitely not anything Kathy owns. That's for sure. I will say that. What Kathy ever do to me? Nothing. Again, 1, 2, 3 moves on Apple, 3 candles on the hourly chart yesterday. We did close above the 10. We closed above the VPOC, and that makes for a terrific trap today. We're sitting at a little bit of support. If that starts to break, level 1 on Apple would be 137.37. Level 2 on Apple, 134.11. Those are the 2 spots I'm looking for. Anything after 134.34 or 134.11, whatever I just said. That does not look good. Deer, just on my list, it looks like pre-market we're actually gapping up a little bit on Deer, so I'm just kind of waiting for something to happen there. Palantir, sitting above VPOC, nothing really exciting pre-market. Datadog, here's a good one, just short blindly at open. There's no reason to even check previous resistance, no reason to just even analyze the stock, just short Datadog at open, looks horribly weak. Good trap so far. Rejection, there's your 10. Short the hell out of it. Matt wants to look at Mongo database. Let's see. Oh God. Oh, it's awful. Oh my goodness. I just saw somebody having to get out of retirement and go back to work that owned this one. That's crazy. Like, I just had like a flash before my eyes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that looks all sorts of weak. Maybe where can we get saved? Nowhere. Yeah, Mongo database looks pretty horrific with the rest of them. You know, I thought everybody was created in their own uniqueness and likeness, but everything looks kind of the same. Just looks like, I mean, we have all the way back here, maybe a little bit of like in like sideways trading, some kind of level of support, but just this day does not look good for the Mongo. Welcome back, Diamond Hands. Yeah, Diamond Hands feels a little bit different when when like your stocks go up. I'm gonna hold this thing forever, but like when it goes down 90%, you're like, I'm gonna hold this thing for no one cares about my Diamond Hands anymore. No, it was impressive how well you could hold. Thinking a stock could go from $12 to $1,200, but any Diamond Hands that are out there that's still holding all their hot bags of garbage. To be honest, I'm just still impressed. You have succeeded the test. It's easy on the way up. Good thing I'm a time capsule masterclass. It's on the review right now. It's on the review. We'll see. It's not even been 5 years yet, Ron. You cannot even formulate an opinion until 5 years when you open the capsule. The whole point of the capsule, you don't even want to think about it. And sometimes for mental health wise, it's better to not think about it. Snapchats obviously got absolutely torn apart as they came out and somehow brought Google down like 6%. Honestly, it's a good move. Throw your competition under the bus too. You know, if you're gonna go down, take them all with you. Solid business plan. Airbnb, yep, definitely still looks weak on Airbnb. Probably still leaning to a short side on that one. Teladoc is the backbone. I mean, you laugh at Teladoc now, but wait till you on the phone right now with teledoc doctors. They play real doctors on the internet, and then you're like, do I got the monkeypox or do I not? Wait till that sweeps the nation. We're at the lows of the day. PayPal could try to hang in there. We got a couple levels of support. PayPal. Everything so far just the only thing that I'm looking at that could potentially, and is not even there yet, it's just a could potentially go bullish, is the SPY in a weird way. It has to break out of a very key resistance. This one traps more people. Big sell off here. Could head down lower for Teladoc, down to $30.12. We have untested VPOC all the way down to 28.94. Oh yeah. Upendra, did I say that right? Upendra? Upendra? I don't know. I'll butcher every name. Don't worry about it. It's not you, it's me. But yeah, the VWAP strategy is, so these are VPOCs. These are point of controls. I'll look at these a lot for price targets. VWAP is something different. So that's going to have the, let's see, could I do a quick screen share? Screen share. No, hold on before I do that, because then I'm going to lose this one. The if you add a VWAP to your screen, you'll see it on your actual screen, kind of like a line. That's just giving you the real-time price to volume indicator. So on mine, I believe it's this purple one. That basically intraday, you're looking at that's spots. It kind of acts as a magnet, and if you are able to buy off of it, so if, let's say you're above it, market pulls back, that makes a decent spot. Acts as a relatively decent support if you're above it. Works as some type of resistance if you're below it. And just the sentiment in general is, if you're below VWAP, you're technically a little bit more bearish and you want to short as close to VWAP as possible. If you are bullish, you want to be above it. If your stock that you're in is getting a little way too carried away from the VWAP, again, it kind of acts as a little bit of a magnet, and you want to just be aware of that to move stops and control your trade. I don't know if that helps, but I did try to sum up a whole theory within 25 seconds, if that helps. I already got my appointment with the primary care, Dr. Fauci. Yep. Yeah, I just started writing Dr. Fauci. He's my doctor right now. He's my primary caregiver. Very tough to get an appointment with. I'm a little dissatisfied with customer service from the good old Fauci, but you know, credible source though. Credible source. Let me see, what do we got? We got any tickers that you guys got? Yeah, Dix, DKS. We did take a look at this one. Dick's Sporting Good just got absolutely wrecked. It's coming back a little bit. Again, if we were to do some kind of just eyeballing it, we're probably roughly about the 50%, 618 here. So I want to see where this thing opens, but to go lower back to pre-market lows could make some sense. So we'll actually probably keep this one up just to see if we can make any plays off it or anything like that. Can this one qualify? I'd have to watch to see if this one could qualify for 10 EMA. Jack Ma is installing air conditioners right now. You know, he's got something to do. You got to keep him busy. Jack Ma. Any other tickers that you guys want to look at? I don't think I'd be going bullish on Dix. I'd try to find some kind of reversal pattern and try to play it to the downside. If you get a full-on retest, perfect. That's even better to short. But I am leaning short on everything, but watching the SPY carefully just in case. EPAM. EPAM. Okay. I don't know where this thing is actually opening. It hasn't done too much pre-market, so that's going to be a relatively key. I mean, we have a $13 potential spread on this one. A little bit of reversal here, kind of hanging out, pushing into some of those moving averages. I would short this. Probably within this range, I probably wouldn't do too much. Starting to break up or down from here, I prefer down. I would look to short this thing at somewhere like 291.64 ish. So it starts breaking the lows of the day. You do have a little bit of change that fib. You have a little bit of support that did break or diagonal support. So something that I look at relatively decent. Toward the end of the day, we broke it. You have a little bit of a double bottom if you want to get a little more aggressive on the trade, which does make sense instead of waiting until you break that candle. Again, this is day trade basis, but wait for that double bottom to break. And I think you should have a decent push down. Obviously, probably take some profits low of the day and look for a flush. But otherwise, we're kind of just hanging out, just trending up positive. You really want this thing to, I mean, it's almost bear flagish at this point. So there's your bear flag. If this thing breaks down, you have a whole nother drop ahead of you on EPAM for a swing trade. So again, not sure if you're talking day trade or swing trade. Not a lot of volume for the day trade aspect of it, but GFS. Light volume for day trading. So I probably would stay away personally. Not sure where this thing opens. On a weekly basis, it looks kind of just sideways. So I wouldn't be too eager. I don't see any setup personally for me why I would want to get in. But maybe a little bit, I could make a case for inverse head and shoulders down here. We did sell off a lot, but again, in this market, I don't know that I'm aggressively buying much. You do have the 89 EMA popping in, so I'd want to break that first, but yeah, I don't see a setup yet that I like. Potentially, maybe, and it's kind of a weak one, but inverse head and shoulders, possibly. Nike for sympathy play. Yeah, I mean, they definitely got clapped at open. Yeah, Faithful Bull, good message. Careful at 2 p.m. when the Fed minutes come out. So just again, I don't know if Jerome Powell is talking today. I believe he is, but usually the minutes come out at 2, and then you'll see your first move there, and then 2:30, especially if Powell is talking today. That would be, but that would be 2:30. But I'd have to just double check if he's the one talking. I think there was 2 Fed people talking today, and I'm not sure if any of those were Powell. Double bottom on Nike. That one is breaking. This one looks weak too. Yep, all the trend lines down. We do have a double bottom. This one could actually get raked over the coals as well today. Actually, almost kind of like this one, sympathy play over Dix. Maybe that's just me. Walmart, WMT. They're rolling back their stock price, but if you do it to a cute little jingle, it's all good. You have a little bit of high wave, massive volume coming in on this candle. So if we get a retest, if we do continue bullish, that's probably about 130.85. Still had a lot of volume in here. 128 is going to be a little bit of a challenge to break through. My guess is we probably just start fading down somewhere in this zone. YouTube bell has rang. Unfortunately, that's basically acts as my alarm. I gotta let you guys go. Enjoy the market today. But I do love you guys. I do love you, YouTube. Make sure you guys write me, send me postcards and stuff. Make sure you guys like that video, you know, subscribe, share it with friends. Even if you don't like them that much, just share it with them anyway. That's all good. But YouTube, be safe out there. We will catch you tomorrow morning, same time, same place.